So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hard Angle YouTube channel. Obviously we are not where the barn is. There is mostly nothing here except for a tiny little house. Not having a shop is definitely catching up on me. The Sentra needs some work. The G is completely broken. When's the G not broken? Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think the thing drove all the way to Tennessee with no issues and drove around for the last year with literally zero problems. So I should give it its flowers. Let's go. I'm gonna walk over here, show you where the shop is gonna go, and then we're gonna do some work old school outside. So back behind where I parked the trailer, it's getting a little overgrown because it's spring, so everything is waking up. But this spot right here is where the new shop will sit. But right now, this is what it looks like. It should be a lot nicer than the barn was, although the barn did its job above and beyond what it was designed to do. It was never designed to house cars in the first place. Anyway, let's go take a look at these. First things first, that's a little bit bigger of a job, so we're going to tackle the Sentra. This has been sitting for a couple weeks because of this. Sidewall's not really supposed to look like that, and I don't want that to blow when I'm driving, so it's been sitting. Now, lucky for me, the company that I bought the tire from was reputable enough. They sent me another one. I just now realized I left the bolts that bolt this to the tire machine on my toolbox, which is 2 hours away. Oh no. So if you've seen me use this tire machine before, you've seen it bolted to the concrete floor in the barn. Obviously the barn's not here anymore. Well, I'm not where the barn is. The barn's still there. So it's just on this skid made out of 2x3s from Home Depot for cheap. It's a little wobbly, but still works. I put all the tires on the Stagio on this way. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I would normally I would never lock this down on top of a wheel, but these wheels are pretty screwed up and I don't really have an option. Again, if it was a nice wheel, I'd wait, but these aren't even nice wheels. This actually works out so well. That collar fits right down in that bore that the center cap goes in. It fits like perfect. Gotta do what you gotta do to get the job done. Well, it looks like we made it work. Top one just went. Oh, the bottom one's already on. I forgot to film balancing it, but wait, I did balance it. It's also about to start raining. I felt a couple drops, and the sky's getting dark. Car's pretty level. It's a little bit downhill, but I got a natural wheel chock from this stump and just enough room to work underneath, and then I can just roll it right back off when we're done. So we're doing both upper and lower radiator hoses. This is the one that failed. This is the new upper. The old upper weirdly just split just like this. Just had this big cut in it, and it overheated on the side of the road when that allowed all the coolant to come out. So we're just going to do both. They're the same age as each other, so if one failed, the other is probably not far behind. Well, when I started this thing up to bleed it, it started dripping water out of the bottom, which makes me think that this coolant hose that had that tear that I replaced wasn't actually the culprit. That was just about to be a future issue. I think the radiator might have a problem. Good thing I just put water in here instead of coolant. I always do that because whenever you put straight coolant in, it's gonna leak. You put water in, it's 50-50. Might leak, might not. Yep, there's the hole. Bummer. All right, we'll pick this up next week. Parts are on the way. I have a new radiator coming in. This one got real bashed up, which we'll see as soon as I pull it out, but because of the transpooler lines, I'm not gonna pull it out till the new one's here. I'm trying to lose a very small amount of fluid while also being able to move it. This is actually the second radiator I'm putting in this car because I lost the drain plug to the first one hilariously, so I had to put a radiator in it, and now this one got bashed up. So this is gonna sound hilarious. The car is completely dead, so I can't start it. I don't have jumper cables. They're in the Sentra, and the jump box also in the Sentra for some reason. And the generator's running the dishwasher, so I don't feel like stopping that to hook up the battery charger. So we're just gonna winch it up on the ramps. I got enough trees. All right, I wasn't trying to take that out the bottom, but it came out the bottom, so that works. And I guess I'll stick the new radiator in the way the old one came out, since it seemed to work. That's hilarious that it goes into the bottom so easy. About ready to bleed the cooling system. It's always something. Always something. And my jack is not here, and neither is my tire patch kit. That's also in the Sentra. Everything is in the Sentra. Which I didn't drive here. So hooray.